Mr. Michael Lim, Chairman, LTA, Mr. Chu Hok Yong, Chief Executive, LTA, advisors, grassroots leaders, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. I'm very pleased to be here this morning to officiate the start of tunneling works for Downtown Line 2, or what we call DTL2 for short. One pressing challenge that we face today is the need to put in place a convenient and affordable public transport system that will not only serve current commuters well, but also encourage more residents to adopt public transport as their preferred mode of transportation. We recognize that this means increasing public transport capacity as well as improving the overall commuter experience. Under the Land Transport Master Plan, we are pursuing an aggressive rail expansion plan so that more commuters can enjoy convenient access to our train network. My predecessor, Minister Raymond Lim, had put in place a very comprehensive program that over the course of this decade, we will reap the benefits of. And the government has committed $60 billion over the course of this decade to the fulfillment of this master plan. And by around 2020, our rail network will double to 280 kilometers. Today marks another major milestone in the construction of the Downtown Line, the start of tunneling works for the second stage of the Downtown Line. DTL2 will bring MRT access to the northwestern part of Singapore. Residents, as well as some 30 schools in the Bukit Timah area, will benefit greatly from direct rail access to the city and better connectivity to other parts of Singapore through the rail network when DTL2 is completed by 2015. Other sections of the DTL are also progressing well. The DTL1, running from Bugis to Chinatown, is on schedule to open in 2013. Work has also begun on DTL3 that will run from Expo to River Valley, and the line is scheduled to open in 2017. As I speak, the remaining unopened stages of the Circle Line are undergoing final testing and will open in October of this year. Even as we build new lines, we are also increasing the capacity of existing ones. For example, 2 weeks ago, we opened a new platform at Jurong East Station for the weekday morning peak and added 5 new trains to the system there. By the end of this year, we will add another 17 trains and open the new platform for the weekday evening peak. This will further ease crowding and improve somewhat the travelling experience for commuters along the north-south, east-west lines. I understand the urgency to put these improvements in place and assure commuters that we are doing everything we can to expedite these works. Our large infrastructure projects will take some years to complete because of challenging site conditions and stringent safety standards, but we have scheduled them so that commuters can experience the benefits of these projects as soon as possible. The opening of a new line or an extension to an existing line every year from now until 2017 will help in this regard. During the course of the construction, I am very mindful that there will be some disruptions, there will be some inconvenience to residents along the lines. LTA will do its best to minimize these inconveniences as much as possible. They will engage in a process of talking not only to the advisors by grassroots, but also directly to the residents, welcoming their ideas, suggestions, feedback, and trying as much as possible to incorporate this into workaround solutions. But we recognize that large-scale construction projects like this will inevitably bring some amount of disruption and inconvenience, and we do hope that residents and even commuters will bear with this, understanding that in the course of a longer time span over the next 4 to 5 years, it will indeed bring about a greater good to the public. The land transport system is not just about building more rail lines or adding more trains and buses to the network. Above all, it's about how it serves the needs of our people. Because every day, millions of trips are taken on our trains and buses. Since taking on this job, I have received encouragement, feedback, criticisms, and most welcome of all, many ideas from members of the public, all eager to have a voice, to add their say to transport issues. So clearly, transport matters to people, and I fully welcome their interest, their involvement, the contribution of good ideas and suggestions that we can consider and take on board where possible. Making our system one that is centered on people, I think, is an ongoing process and journey. I'm glad that the LTA has made community engagement a priority in recent years, because we must make every effort to be able to explain what we are doing to the general public, help them understand, help them recognize that there are certain trade-offs as well as compromises that we need to make. And LTA will redouble its efforts to do so. There's been a concerted effort to consult stakeholders like grassroots leaders like yourselves, who are a very, very important source of feedback to us and commuters through many different fora. These efforts must be reinforced and strengthened, and I intend to personally participate in some of them. On this note, let me look forward, and I think all of us will look forward to the safe and expeditious completion of Downtown Line 2. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Minister, for your opening address.